Okay, so Dunsparce can solo. Dude, it's like the perfect counter. We just win if we can tank the rest. Pretty good setup I got here, actually. Good morning, gamers. Hope you're all going on dates. I know I have the single most dating audience in the entire Pokemon community. That's for damn sure. Okay, so
Happy Valentine's Day.
Last time we tested Zam, we tested Feraligatr, and we tested Lugia. I guess like Umbreon stall strats could be tried out. What argument would you give to people with a fear of flying? It's not, you can't argue people out of their fears. That's not how that works. There's nothing you can say, I'm pretty sure, to make someone who's afraid of flying want to get on a plane. It's like a very deep-rooted, like physical, like almost biological response, right? It's like something pretty like fundamental that they have to figure out more like in like a more complicated, like probably therapeutic setting. If it's like a actual like I have like a fear response kind of thing. You could double dog dare them. That's true, chat. I do concede that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I unlocked this core memory of mine. Do I just keep critting this Exeggutor or what? Like, so when I was in like, I want to say 8th grade, which is just a prime time to start a story about Valentine's Day. My school had this program where you could like anonymously send people Valentine's cards or flowers, right? Like little roses to like other people in the school, right? Which is really f***ed up because the way it works out is like on Valentine's Day, your teacher comes in and he's like, okay, here's the popular guy got 4 roses and 3 cards and you got nothing. Okay, moving on to the next guy. You got 1 rose. Oh, you're f***ing ugly. You didn't get shit. Here, 2 cards for this. It was traumatizing, okay? Really bad idea. I was, as most teenagers are, a very insecure teenager, obviously, especially about my looks and stuff like that. Wow, I don't one-shot this? But, like, it can't really do anything to me. Okay. Control F, Jinx. Decent chance at sweeping Will, although no guaranteed kills at Jinx and Slowbro. So obviously, and I will say, even like if you ignore my self-image and my big insecurities, I've seen the pictures and I've looked back on them rationally. I was like, I was not a very conventionally attractive teenager, okay? I had very pale skin. I just like grow my hair out. It looked like shit. And I was always, I've always had sleeping issues. So I always had these like really bad bags under my eyes. And as you're a teenager, man, you just look awkward because your body is just stretching in like all kinds of different directions. And it's just not, it doesn't really fit the like traditional image of like a conventionally attractive human usually, right? Anyway, I'd kind of accepted the fact that, you know, I was not very popular with girls and stuff like that at the time, and I was just into like nerd shit and whatever. And then in 8th grade, it's Valentine's Day, right? And I'm dreading it because I'm like, oh god, they're gonna go around with the cards and the roses again, and I'm not gonna get anything. I'm gonna feel like shit. And the teacher walks over to me with the box, and he hands me a card. I'm like, holy shit. What? There's no shot. There's no shot. And I open the card, and it's anonymous. Apparently from a girl. The handwriting was pretty neat, I would say. And it just said a bunch of things about how this person thinks I'm really cute. And I'm pretty sure the phrasing was, You look like a model. And that kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, okay, this is a little much, you know? Like, I feel like, because the immediate response that any insecure teenager brain will go to, or at least what mine went to, is you're being with right now, right? This cannot possibly be a sincere card. So, and I was 100% convinced of this, right? Like, there was no doubt in my mind. Like, there's no possibility that this is a genuine card. So I felt even worse, right? Well, I'm just slower than everything if I go Hypno, huh? Well, this sucks. I don't kill anything and don't outspeed anything. But I mean, I'm pretty bulky. I guess I win? What the hell? Control F, Hypno. Can win against Will with Specs and Shadow Ball, I guess? So in my mind, I never even, like, investigated the question of, like, what girl or whatever could this be from? Because I just didn't want to have anything to do with this letter, right? Because I was like, I'm clearly being with. And then as I get older and more confident and start to have, like, my first kind of, like, ooh, hey, maybe this girl likes me, ooh, I'm going on, like, a date, ooh, whatever, like, I'm having my first girlfriend, I think back to this moment in, like, my early 20s, and I go, like, to the top of the bell curve, and I'm like, wait, maybe this was genuine. Like, sometimes teenage girls just have, like, weird-ass crushes, man, and hype them up in their mind a lot, and they genuinely feel like, you know, this person maybe looks like a model. I don't know. Maybe I'm coping, but, like, there was this voice in my head that was like, hey, maybe, and it's not even like you definitely weren't with. It was just like, hey, maybe you weren't being with. But then that with my head even more, right? Because now I'm like, who the was this card from? I never even investigated that question. I never even thought about that. And now I want to know. And now I can't, because it's like 5 years ago, and I'm never going to be able to know ever again. There's no way for me to obtain this knowledge. I'm never going to find out. Who the in 8th grade thought that I looked like a quote-unquote model, and I've ascended down to the right side of the bell curve now. Well, it's hard, right? Because one of the thoughts for me of, like, what initially got me to think, like, maybe I wasn't being with was that, what kind of a stupid ass prank is that? Because nobody was looking at me, nobody was laughing at me, it was an anonymous card. It's not like anyone ever revealed to me that they had written this. It was just like, there was never the part where it's like, ha, we got you, the joke's on you, nobody thinks that, why would anyone think that you look like a model, right? That never happened. So what kind of a dumbass prank is that? But now that I think about it again, is like, yeah, sometimes teenagers come up with, like, really stupid pranks that don't have a punchline or payoff. And it's just, now that I think back to it, high school and middle school is this, like, just incoherent noise of social interactions that makes zero sense whatsoever, and everyone's just behaving in the most random ways possible. And even if there was someone who thought they had a quote-unquote crush on me and wanted to write that, then those feelings are like... Because when I think back to crushes that I had as a 13-year-old, half of them were for, like, cartoon characters, okay? That girl from from the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So it's not even valuable information to me now who wrote that card. Because the person that wrote that card doesn't exist anymore, right? You can't really relate this to, like, a real adult human crush or whatever, I think. So now I'm kind of no longer sad that I never found out who wrote that card, because now I kind of think it doesn't matter. Middle school, man. I don't miss it. Well, guess why, Anne? We found her. Oh, no. If she's listening right now, hit me up on Instagram. Background new? Yeah, I worked on it a little bit the last few weeks. It's interesting. Wait, holy sh! Did that just... That must have been a crit, right? I got flowers from half the guys in my class in grade 7. I'm a guy. That's crazy. My high school would have been way too homophobic for that. I don't know about you guys, but I went to school at a time and in a place where, like, being gay was not something you would never want anyone to even remotely think that you were gay. You would not even joke about it. Which sucks, but it was a bit. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like... I accidentally ran out of psychic PP. Does this kill? Really? Okay. Okay. That must be a range on that Machamp, right? Actually, maybe not. Choice specs are powerful, man. Like, you're saying it was a bit, and, like, I understand. That's what I thought. But I'm saying, like, even as a bit, that would not fly in my school, I think. Unless the bit was that they were all calling you gay and you were being bullied for it, which makes this story a lot more sad, now that I think about it. That probably is what was going on, huh? I'm sorry if that's the case. I got bullied for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In high school. I can't continue this conversation, never mind. But, like, I think everyone does go through that phase as a community of people who are all into Pokemon in their adult life. There's always that phase in high school where you would be made fun of for liking Pokemon, right? Just because 8th grade is a wild jungle where everyone is super scared of their own insecurities, so whenever anyone else shows anything that looks even remotely insecurity shaped, they will fucking pounce on it like a pride of lions to make sure that their own insecurities aren't being seen as they're attacking, right? Like, I think that's like the basic mechanics of bullying. The challenge, I think of a Pokemon move and you get seven yes or no questions and 5 guesses to figure it out. Jesus, man, no. I don't want to play that game with you. I got other shit I want to talk about. That is, though, what we used to do. Dude, unironically, Panic, this is what we used to do in my chat in, like, 2018 when I had, like, 15 viewers, is I would think of a Pokemon and then chat would have to guess it with yes or no questions, because there was only ever 3 active chatters and I had to keep them, like, I had to keep them coming back somehow. Any old heads remember this? None of you were there for that. It was a different time, because this was before the candy pill. This was when I was a grinder, you know? So I'd be grinding my Pokemon for fucking Blue Kaizo or like SoulSilver or whatever, hours and hours of just grinding the levels in wild grass, and I had to fill the air sometimes, so we did stupid shit like that. You had to be there, man. I've watched your Crystal Kaizo VODs, it wasn't great. Okay, hang on. We made the best out of it. I've just been clicking buttons for the past hour, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm making like no progress. Was there any point where you specifically decided to take the candy pill? Yeah, it was during Emerald Kaizo when like other runners started to do it, and I was like, this looks way more fun, and I kind of got over my ego. Because before that, I was genuinely on the like, well, it's like it fundamentally changes the gameplay. Grinding is a skill. Grinding is a skill. Knowing how to grind well is, and like, couldn't like see past the fact that it's dog content and we're making content trying to have fun, not, you know, I don't know. Do you ever regret saying grinding is a skill? No. It's called progressing as a human person, man. I had to take that step to get where I am now. It was necessary. Because only by having that opinion myself and confronting it and overcoming it can I now properly argue against it in the face of public discourse in the Pokemon community. Anyone else? Did I try Jinx yet? I must have. I mean, there's no way Jinx does it, right? Because it also has no psychic move. Because Jinx learn set includes 0 psychic moves, not just 0 psychic moves that do damage, just no psychic moves at all. This game, man, it's insane. How would I, with this team, even open on Karen? I do like the Kingdra opening a little bit. Okay, let's try to beat Karen with this team. Are all these E4 test streams for? I'm just testing the full games. I'm trying to make a tier list for Vanilla, HeartGold, SoulSilver, and for that I just need experience playing the games. Thank you, this is Bess. I'm going skiing in Arlberg. Have you been there? I've not. Let's go Lacrosse here. Uh-oh. I don't have a water move, huh?
Keep up the killer work, sir.
Gulp. The cry strategy play around parent decision. Yeah, that's how a lot of, that was a big part of how I was raised, I think, is if I said that I didn't want to do something, I just kind of didn't have to do it. So it's not a very strict upbringing. That's probably why I haven't been able to have a regular sleep schedule for all my adult life. But it also had a lot of, I don't know, I look very positively on my upbringing, so I think they did a pretty bang-on job, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, the good news is that I'm just trying to get through Karen because I don't really care about this fight right now. I just actually want to do some testing on Lance with these guys, which is why I ignored Destiny Bond there. It's not because I'm bad at the game, don't worry. But yeah, this has been huge for me. My sleep schedule stuff has like probably been my biggest insecurity for me for the past for my entire adult life basically. So Vanza BTM in Germany, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's literally dexamphetamine, right? That's just speed. It's literally just speed. Like what the ravers do in the club is chemically the exact same thing. Creating good patterns as an adult is so brutal and hard. Not gonna even have hard issues with bathing for years. Bad parents was running into depression. Yeah, no, I get it. I struggled with for most of my adult life, my habit was to brush my teeth once a day and not twice a day. I just didn't do the second one, but I was able to change that eventually. So. Everyone goes at their own pace, man. Golem's probably the best Aerodactyl counter, right? I say as I barely win. I don't even know if you can have a better move than Rock Throw there. I guess Rock Tomb, but you're probably using that TM for Bugsy, right? Let's see. Control F. Golem. One of the better arrow counters. Although, honestly, you probably want to use it to counter Zard, actually, right? The Pharmacist, so Austria is actually not BTM. It might not be. Well, what I know is that if you have like Vyvands in your system, if you get a holy sh, if you run into like a police check, what's this? What am I looking for? Like if for some reason you take a drug test with the police, you should inform them that you're on Vyvands because it's going to show up potentially as amphetamines in your system because it literally is, right? Interesting. Lapras takes so much damage from Outrage. Okay. Control F. Starmie. Needs specs to one-shot level 50 D-Knight, and then Lapras. Do you outspeed this? Yes. Okay, that's really good to know. Outspeeds all D Knights. Anyway. So this probably one-shots you with Shadow Claw. Okay, so Control F Kingdom. I think this might be one of the better Zard counters. Is that really why there's the ADHD med shortage in the US? Is it because of meth? Is it or like because of the law? Because of illegal drugs? Is it not a manufacturing thing? I don't know anything about it. Not saying anyone's right or wrong here. Plaguey K, do you have any tips? Lose Pokemon, ask yourself why, repeat. Interesting. Okay, so Lapras T-Bolt does not one-shot Gyarados, but I mean, this position is decent, right? Oh, damn. Okay. Honestly, Slowbro seems kind of ass. Dies to 2 arrow crunches. Did you watch any of UIC? I unfortunately don't really care about VGC that much. Dude, this arrow is such a fucking demon, man. I think if you have a Starmie, you specs it for this fight. And you'll be able to do a lot. Starmie died to Arrow Crunch. It survives one, but you gotta switch it in too, right? Dude, how does Outrage do that much to Lapras? It's crazy. Okay, let me try this real quick. I mean, you gotta not get flinched by Air Slash, but everybody does who wants to counter that Charizard pretty much. That Charizard is crazy, man. Okay, you all wanted to know if rollout Dunsparce sweeps land, so that's gonna be the first thing that we test. Okay. How much damage is that, first of all? You know what? I mean, if I get the para. Okay, hold on. The people want to know if I got a rollout sweep in me, so I kind of got to prevent Intim from going down though, so yeah, hold on, I got this. 1 second. What's up, Unimog Techno? Most German name I've ever heard in my life. Do you leech seed before setting this up? Probably not. Okay, well, let me try that again. I mean, definitely go Citrus Berry if you're doing this. Advice from an expert. Speaking from experience, I would go Citrus Berry there personally, but you know, you don't gotta listen to me. I've just fought this fight 10,000 times. Me. Jump Bluff. I thought your sleep powders were perfectly accurate, bro. You told me. I mean, this... Are you f***ing kidding me? I said we gotta pretend that sleep powder is a perfectly accurate move for this to work. So, there we go. Alright, now you Leech Seed. I bet... Dude, oh, dude, I think... Does Miltank get Charm? I don't think it does. But that would go crazy here anyway. Listen. No, I can do this. The Dunsparce rollout sweep works. Okay? For sure. We can make it work. We have the technology. It just doesn't do any damage is the problem. I figured it out. I think the problem, chat, I think I figured out what the issue is. The issue is that Dunsparce doesn't do any fucking damage. Best Nuzlocker in the world. Just giving you the info that you deserve. I live one. Never flinch. It's that easy. Okay. Now you sack to the Dragonite. He didn't outrage. That's a little bit unfortunate. I was kind of hoping for that. But yeah, this is what I want to test. So we go Azu. Set up Hail. Now I kind of have to die, though. Because I can't do this, right? Because yeah. Okay, there's an issue here, but... I think I can figure this out. Hold on. Nice. Oh, come on. Whoo! Wait. Dude, Dunsparce almost did it. Okay. Hail? I need you to get fully paralyzed. Because you can't one-shot me is the problem. And I need the hail turns. Can you one-shot me? I mean, I could just also do this, huh? This works. Okay, hail kind of still up, at least for a turn. I mean, Scarf outspeeds. Okay, but it doesn't bait down the line. You get arrow right after. And you don't outspeed with Scarf. That's a little bit sad. Well, that means I should have saved it, right? Okay, wait. I know what I know the line. I know the line. I understand what I gotta do. You don't get flinched, obviously, because you never get flinched. Then you bait D-Knight, and then you don't sack. You go hard Azu, because for some reason he's fire blasting. Then you oh, come on, man. Okay, just ignore the fact that Blizzard can miss in that case. Are you serious, Delibird? Come on, man. That's insane, bro. Do you full restore here? Nope. Oh, you're locked in. I forgot about that. Let me try this one more time. Thank you, Zesties, for 61 months.
Mr. Streamer returns.
I want to make this work! I'm not contributing anything to the tier list right now. I've just brought this team of randos, and I want to figure out how I would beat the Elite Four if I had them. I think this has a good chance of working if I play it right. Yeah, because you could get this, and then... No, I think you... So you don't go for the sack. You actually go for the rollout. Okay, he's locked into Outrage. Now you don't get crit. You die to Hail. Oh, it's so perfect. He's taken the Hail chip. That's why the Hail was actually important for the Blizzard sweep, by the way. And now you can do this. Do you think you... Nah, there's no way. Okay. Okay, how do we beat Arrow now? I think you have to... Yeah, it's not that. Unfortunately. I mean, you gotta like parafish, right? Okay, that works. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe Charizard. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, that's fine. Now just don't miss. Bait down the line. It immediately goes Zard. God damn it. I need that to not happen. Okay, parafish again. Alright. Worth a shot. Yeah, the baiting for Delibird is just not there. If it baited down the line, it would be insane, but... Yeah, I think you can't sack Dunsparce. Well, you also just can't throw your, like, jump bluff into, like, I know how to do this. I think. Oh my god. Dunsparce saved itself. I think you have to say... you have to sack the Dunsparce, though. Because you can't have this be Outrage or Fire Blast on the Switch, so... Unless it's Fire Blast miss. Double Edge to make sure you actually die. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so this is Arrow. Now you Parafish. I guess you let him flinch fish and just kill you. That also works. Okay. I guess he just aerial aces through the sand attacks, huh? But that does not kill you. Nah, okay, I don't think this... I think maybe this team just can't win. I just gotta preserve Azumarill, right? That's the answer. Is there a simple way to manipulate the clock in Desmia without changing my PC clock? I think there's like run as date. There's a program called that. Look into that. That's what people always tell me. Oh my god, this dragon is getting destroyed. Hold on. Okay, we've managed to bait down the line somehow. We're faster. He's fire blasting. There's Outrage. If I milk drink again, I think I live another. We get that. There we go. And now Blizzard. Okay, Miltank actually, I'm starting to think goes pretty crazy on this fight. Okay, now you just... Now I just win, right? I have so many more... I have so many resources now. You don't even need to do this pivot, right? Because he can't kill you with this into this if he doesn't crit. But I guess now I have a lot more HP to play with still. And now you just save Azumarill for Zard. I think you go here. You hope for the miss. Nice. You missed the Blizzard, but it's fine. This was kind of senseless. I need to do damage, but... Yeah, it's just Zard in the back. I think I'm pretty sure I just win. Just don't miss. Alright, I've done it. I think. Maybe. Oh my god, Delibird. He's insane! What?! Never mind. This thing is godlike. Alright, that's all I wanted. This last hour has been a complete waste of time. I did kind of find out that, like, Miltank and Jump Bluff are really good, so... Worth it.